You're listening to the Telltale channel. Don't forget to check me out on all social media: Patreon, Twitter, Teespring, and Etsy. All links can be found in the description or on my website, telltaleatheist.com. So if you guys been following me on Twitter, you are fully aware of what's happening with the whole copyright situation, copyright strike situation. And it hasn't actually entered lawsuit territory yet, so I'm going to explain to you guys what's been happening up to this point. I reacted to this chick on YouTube, this Mormon chick, right? Reacted to her assessment of Mormonism or whatever on my channel. Really popular videos, getting like 150,000 views, somewhere in that vicinity. That's pretty big. That's reasonably big for my channel. I did 3 videos on her. She issued copyright strikes against me, claiming that I reposted her videos, which is not true. It was fair use. Fair use applies in criticism, news reporting, or parody cases. This was very clearly criticism. I did not repost anything. I didn't even use her entire video. I just addressed segments of the things that she said. I played it out for people to hear, and then I discussed my feelings on it and why I think that that's absolutely ridiculous. I emailed her basically and asked her to take the copyright strikes down, because it was clearly within fair use territory, and she said, "You mocked my beliefs. I'm not taking anything down." So now she has admitted on paper this isn't about whether or not it's a copyright issue. It's about revenge. She's doing this out of revenge. She wants to get back at me for talking about Mormonism. That's what it's really about. She's trying to hurt me because she doesn't like the things that I said, and she's using the legal system for something it was not intended to be used for, to hurt me. So I've been on YouTube for 4 or 5 years, a long time, right? And YouTube's rules have changed a lot over that period of time. I don't always get an opportunity to keep up with YouTube's rules or the changes or whatever else. So when I discovered that there was a change in the way the copyright infringement stuff works, I was intrigued. Yesterday I said, if you don't remove these copyright strikes, I'm going to sue you. I don't have the kind of money just lying around to do something like that. And I don't really want to go through a GoFundMe to do this or whatever, but I know a lot of people, and I figure maybe I can get a deal on a lawyer or work with one that I know through YouTube or something to at least get started and make payments or something. So I had full intentions of suing her, right? And I said to her, if you don't take this down, I'm going to sue you, because I have lost revenue. Like, my revenue dropped by 50%. My views dropped by 50% because of this frivolous bullshit, copyright claim. And she said, "Oh, I'm not afraid of your lawsuit. Yeah, go ahead," basically. And I was like, okay. So I just didn't respond again after that. I was like, if that's how she wants to play it, then I'm just going to go through the court system. Fuck it. So today I get a message from her basically saying, your troll army is attacking me and harassing me and causing problems. So I'll make you a deal. If you never talk about my channel or debunk my videos or whatever ever again on your channel, then I will remove the copyright strikes. And I was like, okay, you know what? She's nobody. Like, why do I even give a shit? Fine. I'll take that deal. I'll never debunk her videos again on my channel, and she'll remove the copyright strikes. I've got a billion Mormon channels to talk about if I want. So I said, okay, deal. And I'll tell my troll army, my fans, to leave you alone once you remove those copyright strikes. Like, just... it's been settled. We'll move on with our lives. Not going to talk about it anymore. I got to thinking, you know what? Something is a little fishy about this, because then she says, don't worry about it. This stuff always blows over anyways. Always? So this isn't the first time this has happened? She said her reason for doing this is because my troll army, quote unquote, is attacking her. So does she want me to ask my fans to leave her alone or not? What's the deal here? What's going on? So I said to her, okay, just remove the copyright strikes and we'll be done with this. But I got to researching it through YouTube, and I discovered that there's actually a little bit more to the story. So this is basically the copyright rules from YouTube, the procedure you follow if you're dealing with copyright situation. Somebody submits a copyright claim against you, a copyright strike against you. The next steps that you have are to basically file a counter notification, a counter claim against them. And here's what happens after that. This is what YouTube says. Once they receive my counterclaim, which I did submit a counterclaim. Once we receive this info, we'll process your counter notification and forward it to the claimant. The claimant will have 10 business days to provide evidence that they've initiated a court action to keep the content down. This time period is a requirement of copyright law, so please be patient. I submitted a counter notification to this chick, and that means she has to go to a courthouse with a lawyer and basically file paperwork to legally prevent YouTube from bringing my video back up. And if she doesn't do that and provide proof that she did that within 10 days, they're just going to lift the strikes anyways. I could have done literally just filed the counter notification and nothing else, and these strikes would have been lifted unless she decides to sue me, which I'd be okay with that. I'd actually be okay with that. I would be okay with litigating this through court. I'd really rather not, because I don't really have that kind of money lying around, but I would dig it up. I'd find it. I would do whatever. I would sell extra stuff on my store. I'd just work my ass off to get the money for it. I don't feel like it's right for this process to play out the way that it seemed to have been playing out. So I would have found a way to make it work one way or another. But anyway, none of this is going to make it in the final video. I just was really glad to see that play out the way it is, and glad to see YouTube's changes. It didn't used to be like that. Like, I have had companies file claims against my channels or my videos or whatever that were 100% bogus, not even a grain of truth to it. They were just some random companies pulling up random YouTube videos and claiming copyright stuff on them. Nothing to do with the video. And these companies are just claiming that they stole intellectual property and forcing them to take them down. I don't know why companies used to do that shit. I've had a few of those before. Completely baseless claims. Didn't have anything from that company in the video. Yeah, I guess YouTube saw that was actually a problem and decided to fix it. So glad to see that they've taken those steps.